Hello, Libra Collective. Schoolhouse Intuitive here. I'm here with your weekly reading, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. Happy 2026, Libra. Let's see what we have for you. The 5th to the 11th of January, brand new year, first full week of 2026. And we'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards. I'll also share channeled messages as I receive them. Oh, wow. This is a big one. You have the sun. Pardon me. The sun. This is incredible. Let me tell you why. When I stepped into my office today to do this reading, studio, whatever you want to call it, this space, I heard the sun, the sun, the sun. And I wasn't sure, like, is it sun in the sky? Is it a child, like your son / daughter, whatever, no, here it is. Now I know. So this is all about, pardon me, your happiness, your health, your success in life. What are you celebrating? This could be some sort of prosperity. This is good too, if you're trying to figure out how to bring in more success and also joy into your life, a little more vitality. Love that. And actually the deck we're using today, when I was shuffling, the sun did come out. So it's a sunny week, despite being gray and cloudy in a lot of areas, at least in the US where I am. So let's see, what do we have for the Libra Collective? We'll pull cards specific to love, money, career, relationships, all the stuff. Projects, life purpose, all of it, really. Whatever comes out. We have protection here, shield. So whatever comes out this week or whatever you're up to, know that you are protected. Doesn't give you a pass to do whatever you want, of course, but just know that, you could also, emotional, spiritual protection, energetic protection, but also this card indicates that someone could be having some sort of like expectations of you. I think it could have to do with work, career, money. So I'm not sure if you have some sort of goal you're supposed to meet or that you've set for yourself even. But that shield is reminding me of a pentacle, and then with the nice golden energy of the sun. I got some money stuff on my mind right now, actually. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, I still haven't fixed my chair, so you might hear it. Anyway. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. So there's like, whoa, that doesn't really happen, generally, not to this degree, but I do feel we're going to take this one way over here. The rest are going to go back. I feel, for some of you, this could be not because the cards fell, kind of, yes, but there's something here about like kind of something spilling over. I feel as though some of you might be getting an update. Maybe it has to do with your health or some sort of complexity in your life here, because we have bread with nourishment. I wonder if just like one thing you're doing health wise, and I did have pentacles, which they would be the one that connects to like physical health, the suit anyway in tarot. But I was wondering if maybe one thing you're doing, something you're eating or not doing enough of or doing too much of, maybe, or a chemical or something that is really having or maybe you need more sun, right? But it's really having an effect on you. Now, there's something here with that protection, though. It's like boosting your immunity in some way. So maybe you're coming up with ways where you should think about that or speak with your doctor. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Anyway, you also have impulsiveness here with Ram. So making sure you're not kind of like overdoing it with anything. Nice Aries energy coming off that card. And this is an unpleasant person that you may want to avoid. Maybe they're sick, with something. So, but it can also be sometimes aggression. And that's why I think you have that shield here. You really need to take care of yourself. And I think coming into the week, though, with divinity, that it's with the sun energy, it makes me feel like you're coming in strong. You're coming from a high vibrational energy, and also just like, or at least wanting to come into this week or this new year as strong as you possibly can be. So keeping up to speed with things health wise, would be wise, it looks like. So whatever that looks like for you, whatever healthy is for you. What else do we have? There's I hear right now clairaudiently something about normalizing a new routine, or trying to really work to make something that hasn't been viewed as okay normalized in some way. So yeah, that's what I hear. And then we have transformation with butterflies. So this is an overdue happiness of some kind and new discoveries of inner truth. Now, interesting, when I did your 2026 reading and I broke it down month by month, the introduction is overall what I received, and I share a lot of channeled messages. And the first channeled message I received for 2026 was a year of miraculous discoveries. Okay, so it could be you discovering something about yourself, or we're all we all learn there's some big reveal, like um, you know so maybe it's about like three eye atlas or something, but just about the universe in general. So there's that. I'm also hearing right now clairaudiently about pulling your weight, or someone pulling your weight. So everyone needing to sort of take a responsibility and have a role in something and how it comes out. Now we're going to use the Melodic Moods Tarot by Tarot Collectibles. Haven't used it on the channel yet. I've been kind of saving it, and I wanted to use it this week. So let's start up I know we have a lot of musicians out there, a lot of artists, very talented people. So let's start out the year, the first full week of the year with a little musically inspired messages. Oh, this came out 3 times in the pre-shuffle. Queen of Swords. It says Black Magic Woman on this card. So Queen of Swords coming in strong. Okay. I can actually hear the guitar right now. This is the thing. This is one reason I haven't used this deck yet. I thought of using it in private readings for people who are, really into music, but I haven't used it because I'm already so clairaudient. I don't need to be hearing music the entire time, just because it could be really distracting. But anywho, so the song would be by Santana, by the way, if you're curious. So, Queen of Swords, certainly associated with, direction, self-sufficiency, that head over heart kind of mentality. This is someone who is very, like, brutally honest. Sometimes it comes across as brutal, but she's very honest. This is somebody who, it's like they're most comfortable and most in their element when they are able to just have things be very transparent, and it feels like that's what it is. They're kind of putting everything out there, and this feels like an energy too, with that sun shining of real clarity. I mean, truth and clarity is coming in majorly right here in this reading so far already. All right, what else do we have? I'll attach the 2026 yearly reading at the end of this video, so it'll be on the end screen, and then you can just go right to it if you'd like. I break it down month by month. It's a long reading, but there are timestamps. So what else do we have for Libra? Bad moon rising here with the moon. Okay, so that would be a little CCR, Credence Clearwater Revival here, and the moon with the shield here. It's like you're being protected from something that you are maybe afraid of, some sort of fear even that someone tried to instill in you from a long time ago or even recently. And this is like, it's not winning, okay? Because again, you have that shield coming in. The sun and the moon showing up in a reading, especially early on like this. This is actually going to be, it's kind of like eclipse energy. Now, I tend to feel eclipse energy well before the eclipse is here. And I didn't realize, Libra, but we have the eclipses pretty early this year compared to other years. And so I think we have one on the 17th of February, and then we have another one on the 3rd of March. So that's, to me, that seems pretty early compared to how it's been. Anywho, the sun and the moon here, that's eclipse energy. So it's like, I feel as though some of you are really, especially with that Queen of Swords, how they have that double-edged sword. It's as though you're realizing in order to have such and such, this other thing, situation, person, pattern, thought pattern, mindset. It has to go. This is a message we've been getting for a while now. Okay, that we cannot have incompatible things moving forward. Like we can't, get healthy and trash our bodies at the same time. You can't do. It's like you have to either you're taking care of it or you're not. But let's not lie about. Let's be honest, right? Let's be really honest about where we're headed, what we're doing, where we're going, and I feel like I just needed to say that. So John Fogerty, I think, was the one who wrote this song, but he's from CCR. Yeah, anywho, I don't know why I keep saying anywho. I'm annoyed with myself by saying it. Oh, okay. I don't know who said, all right, anywho. I said it again. Are you kidding me? All right. Okay, here we go. I'm just myself here, okay? You're not going to find scripts here. Okay, this is me. Here we go. I will survive. Libra, I mean, really, you have strength card coming in. Now you have the moon, the strength card, you have the sun. This is a big deal. Okay. And I love that it's underneath nourishment. It's like you're going to make sure that you give yourself what you need, whether it's nourishment of your body, of your mind, of your soul, but you're going to get through it. You're going to do it, right? It's like you realize you have that power to be self-sufficient too. A lot of you, this is what this is about. It's about that self-sufficiency. It's about that absolute, like, knowing. Okay, I'm getting that off this card. I don't always get that. I do get conviction off this card a lot, but it's like this knowing of almost like an absolute truth. There's an absolute truth that you can no longer deny. No longer can you overlook this or deny something. It's like, I get, for some of you, what I'm hearing right now is there's a cutoff. It's like, that's it. Maybe something or somebody has crossed a boundary. They've stepped over the line, or you feel there's sort of like a no going back kind of energy, like a turning point, no going back. That can happen too with eclipse energy. So just, keeping that in mind here. All right, what else do we have for Libra? Oh, okay, we're not taking all those. That's too many. Trying to be gentle on the cards. I'm a card collector. That's how I first started out. I didn't even want to read for anybody. I just wanted to collect the cards. I love the art. But yeah, anyway. And now I do want to read. Anyway, okay, let's see what we have. Oh, the chariot. So I drove all night. Roy Orbison coming through here. Wow. This was Diana Ross, by the way. I will survive. I didn't say it, but it's amazing. So far, I've known who everybody is. So now we'll see if that continues, right? I feel like these are pretty recognizable musicians. But with the chariot, underneath impulsiveness, just making sure you're really clear of where you want to go before you rush in, right? Really making sure of that. Actually, you know what? I think this is Gloria Gaynor. Never mind. I take that back. It's Gloria Gaynor. Okay. Gloria Gaynor. All right. Anyway, so this is why I didn't want to use this deck. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, I'm getting kind of like a little bit distracted. Interesting. I did have the name Gloria, come in not too long ago in a reading, either for someone or for you guys. But anyway, the chariot, again, making sure you really know where it is you want to go. It's connecting back to moon energy, being Cancerian energy. This is really, it makes me feel like there's just, again, no denying something yet again. Okay, there's a discipline here as you move forward. You're knowing that you have to make a change. And what do we have next? We have the transformation card. I want to just show you this card again here. All right. Okay. What else do we have? I'm gonna not, from this point, I don't want to be distracted, so I'm not gonna call out the artist every time now, okay? Just because it gets to be more of like it's just, it gets to be a little bit much. You can always look it up too. So, all righty, we have Take It Easy with the 9 of Swords. All right, So he's on board with what I just said. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to flip some cards here, and here we're going to do it. The Nine of Swords, though, that's a nightmare card, right? That's the like this again. Something's got to give here. It's really it's like you've known something a while now. It feels like, and if you have refused in some ways, we all do it. Sometimes we refuse to make a change. We know we have to change. This is really in order to have that overdue happiness, right? Something definitely has to transform. And I feel for some of you, it is about that honesty, that truth, that clarity. You're really seeing something. Something is I'm kind of hearing that there's almost been like this illusion. They're giving me things like living a lie, living in a fantasy. I'm kind of hearing in all these things like phrases like the writing was on the wall, and like you were warned, or so I'm just getting like, please do not beat yourself up. Okay, as they say, like hindsight's always 2020, right? Yeah, it's great. You can put the pieces together once you have them all. But when you're trying to make decisions and you're trying to move forward, you don't have all the pieces yet. You know, it's like playing Wheel of Fortune from your couch is a lot easier than being on the show. Okay, same kind of thing, right? It's there's just give yourself a break. All right, I am getting that. I'm getting someone could almost be like kind of harping on you about something, and like, come on. Oh, I love that they gave me harping because we're using a deck that has instruments. All right, what else? Libra. I'm actually hearing down with the sickness. So hopefully, and I know that also ties into music, but that's more modern day, more these days. Well, actually, that's actually not brand new either. I guess I'm showing my age a bit, but anyway, there's something here, again, about your immunity and knowing that you're protected, but also making sure you're taking smart steps to do things protecting your health, your well-being in all ways possible. This includes starting out the new year by not overspending, whether it's your energy, your time, your money, whatever, right? We don't want to go in broke. Okay, I don't know how else to say it. There's no other way to say it sometimes but to say it. You want to set yourself up well. Okay, and there's the Wheel of Fortune. My goodness. So this is wheel in the sky, keeps on turning on the card. Okay, and now I think I say every time we get the chariot, we get the Wheel of Fortune, it seems, or vice versa. We get one, we get the other. Certain cards love to come out in pairs like that. It's amazing to me. Okay. They're giving me very like really Queen of Wands vibes with this, kind of like once that wheel starts, yeah, it keeps on going, right? It's not going to stop. So it's almost, for some of you, you might be afraid of a change because it's going to be so big, like it's almost like you don't want to it's so exciting, and it's going to be such a major transformation that, again, it's like you can't go back. Once you make this decision, there is no turning back, and that might not be true, right? It might be true, but then it might not be. So sometimes we make a bigger deal of things than they really are, right? We make a bigger deal out of things than they are. But I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it's something just to kind of think about. If you say you quit your day job and you try your hobby, really, can you never go back ever? Maybe you don't go back to that place, but you could probably go back to your profession once you leave if you just go and try something for 2 years, right? I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic here. I mean, I'm not going to pretend I know about all the careers or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, I think something is worth a try, because I think a lot of you have either you've been conditioned to believe this, or wherever. I think that's where most of our behavior comes from, right? Whether it's conscious conditioning or not, but it feels like some of you have been programmed to believe that there is a certain path you must follow in life. and as though, certain careers are more valuable than others, and so, you have to have a certain title, or you've got to make a certain amount of money, or it has to have these benefits, and da 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 da. But really, there are a lot of ways to earn income, right? There are a lot of ways to do the same thing. Okay, there are a lot of ways to get from point A to point B, right? So there's just, it's kind of we keep getting that message of not being a passenger in our bus of life, like you're the driver of the bus, grab the wheel here, you have all the information, right? You're the one with you have all the pieces of how something got to be, how you got to be this way that you are. If there's something that you want to change or something you're absolutely proud of, you know the full story, and only you and your creator, whatever your beliefs are, know that full story, right? So who cares what other people think? I think I say that every reading. All right. Okay. Libra. Queen of Wands. There we go. Did I say I was getting, I think I already said I was feeling Queen of Wands vibes off that Wheel of Fortune. And now here we have the dancing queen herself, the Queen of Wands. And we get the Queen of Wands. It doesn't matter any deck I use, we get it every single reading. Let's say it together, folks. Nothing stops a Queen of Wands. She doesn't care what other people think. She's not going to let anxiety or fear of others mess up her life, right? A lot of the times when people don't want us to do something, or they're judging us or whatever, because they don't understand it. And a lot of the times when they don't understand something, they're fearful, and people act in not so great ways when they're fearful, or they themselves are anxious. And that's, fearing the unknown, and they're fearing not just the unknown for whatever you're doing. A lot of people are pretty selfish. They're thinking of it from their perspective, how what you're doing is going to affect them. So some people may not want to see you move forward, Libra, not because they don't like you. They might not even be consciously aware that this is the energy that they're putting out there. They're just operating from a place of fear, and fear can sometimes be blinding. It can trap us. It can make us not be the best version of ourselves, right? So as you move forward in your Queen of Wands energy, and you're turning towards your personal sun, that's why I was hearing sun, I think. As you're doing that, that's where your strength comes from. That's how you're nourishing your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and really, you're going to step it up. It feels like you're really stepping it up a notch here. You're really, it is. It's like a no holds barred, no turning back kind of energy. What else do we have? I'm hearing payday too. So you're going to be getting a payout or a payday here. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Wands, and it says all along the watchtower. The Nine of Wands, this is about standing your ground. And I love that that's what's under strength. We go from the 8, we go to a 9, and these play so well together. The Strength card and the Nine of Wands, that's what you need as you're keeping your boundaries, as you're persisting, as you're resilient. And maybe some of you are feeling kind of on the defensive, and you're having to defend something you're doing because it's best for you. You're having to make the choice that is best aligned for you, what's best for you. It gives me kind of Lovers vibes. When I did the 2026 reading, you did have, I think it was the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups come out over and over and over, right? And I think a lot of us are making big career decisions this year. It is absolutely a year where we're going much further, much higher, or in a totally different direction with our career, with our finances, with our ability to earn money, provide for ourselves. And I know it feels like major. It does feel major. This does feel major. I am getting the phrase, because I'm seeing I drove all night, and I'm hearing actually I dancing all night. So maybe some of you, are you going out dancing? Can I come? Yeah, that's cool. All right. I haven't done that in ages. All right. What else do we have here? I think, COVID kind of changed everything socially anyway for me. All right. So what else? Two of Swords. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Okay. So this is needing to make a decision here, and it's you have that higher perspective, being up in that chariot, right? The person in charge of the chariot there, the one driving that chariot, they have the best view of everything. And that's where I was getting that, you have the best view of your whole situation. And yes, maybe you do want to, this is very interesting, this card. I'm just going to show that to you. What do you feel from that? There's sort of a little bit of a mystery here. It feels like I'm feeling as though there's an unanswered question. Let's get to this. Tell me more about that, please. I want to actually clarify with the divine direction. Tell me more about all we're saying, like give peace a chance. Connecting to that, it's like an unpleasant person, right? From that ram. Maybe you're dealing with someone who feels very bossy, pushy, argumentative, aggressive even. And you have celebrate. So this is something like I think you're finally going to have some sort of peace in a decision you're making. Or maybe you're coming to terms with something in a way that you feel better, so celebrate. This is celebrating the progress you've made and appreciating all you already have and that you've come such a long way. Cool. All right, what else? Now, Libra, for your next reading, or at least this week, it's going to be either Tuesday or Thursday. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a love reading. I never do them anymore, really. I'll do it. All right. I'll do it if you'll do it. Okay. So hopefully you'll join me. And it's not just love, like romance. It's relationships in general, right? Libras, whether it's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever. We are about relationships, right? 7th house. So, it's time that we do a relationship reading, I guess. I'll try to sound more excited about it. All right, what else? Okay, what else? I'm hearing clairaudiently that something is about to really reach ahead. It's about to boil over. It's like some of you might feel like you're about to burst. Maybe you're busting out onto that stage, right? Whether it's literally or metaphorically speaking. What else do we have, Libra? I just feel like energy is it's just so interesting this week. Very interesting. Yeah. One more silver dollar with Knight of Pentacles. Now, it says take it easy on the back there. So with this transformation. So, I feel this is about one step at a time. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is the knight in the deck that's not moving, right? But it's like sometimes we need to take it easy. We need to get more sleep, get more rest, take better care of our physical bodies even. That's coming up a lot this week. So sorry if some of you are feeling ill, or maybe that's why I was getting down with the sickness, so hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, that's okay. So this is not just, if you have something going on this week, I just want to put this out there. That's not an indication of how the whole year is going to be. I feel like just kind of like last year, the year is not really going to, it's going to feel like two parts. It feels, at least kind of, that's what I'm getting. How it starts is not necessarily indicative of how the entire year will progress for you. So please, whatever happens this week, whether it's your best week or worst week, everything is temporary. That's why we have to appreciate what's going well when it's going well fully. Okay, let's see what else we have. Instant karma. Whoa, justice. Whew. Wow. All right, so some sort of cause and effect here. This feels, especially because it's with that Black Magic Queen of Swords card and the Wheel of Fortune card, it feels a lot like a new direction and clarity as a result, maybe, of you holding yourself in high regard, you weighing options carefully, some sort of karmic justice coming in. Could be. What else, Libra? I got you, babe. The Lovers. All right. Now, it is really hard not to sing, but that's frowned upon on the channel. So I don't have permission to do that from the artist. So I have to just really not sing. And that's really hard. Because I'm one of those people where even some of my thoughts are songs. I don't know about you. Do you hear music a lot in your mind? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. or I'll be communicated to through with my guides. They'll communicate with me through song. Um, like they'll literally give me song music, or they'll put it on the radio or something. Anyway, so we also have Starry, Starry Night with the Three of Pentacles. So this wanted to come out with the Lover's card. So Gemini energy, this is alignment, this is choice, this is you. This has to do with a relationship with other people, actually. This has to do with how you fit into a group. Yeah. How you're fitting into a group. It's like, it's about going your own way, really. Taking the high road, too. And the high road for you is not necessarily what other people would choose for you or themselves, right? We have nobody does it better. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and that's, you know, now you have 8-8. Okay, so there's your abundance, focusing on your abundance.Maybe you have something related to your abundance, your pentacles coming in this week. And so now you have nines and you have, wait a minute. I read this as a 9 of swords. Now, it wasn't really making sense to me. This is actually a 4 of swords. So that's why it's take it easy. Because with that, it's like you need to get clear, right? You need to retreat, okay? And yeah, actually kind of get out of your own head too, but just have that time where you're kind of just, you know, maybe you're meditating, or you're just, you know, you're by water, that's coming in, or you're chilling out with some music, you know, and in nature or wherever, and just sort of whatever comes in, you know, kind of rolling with it. That's part of meditation. Meditation is not about shutting your brain off. That's not true at all, right? It's just putting yourself in that space where you're you know, you're just observing really what's going on, right? You're not judging it, you're just holding space, right? So maybe some of you need to do that. And again, it's connecting to whatever it is you're working on. We're all always working on something, right? Doesn't have to be a job. And then we have the winner takes it all with the 5 of swords. So focus on a new strategy. What's going to get you farthest, right? When it comes to working, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? That big question, you know, what would you like to see? And working towards that. And there are a lot of stars on this card, and you have the word Starry Night there. And I feel like for a lot of you, you are celebrating the amount of healing you've done and the rebuilding you've had to do. So congratulate yourself there. What else do we have? We're almost done with the tarot part. And I have on top of the world with the world. Wow. The world card. So this is an amazing final tarot card for the tarot piece. We'll go into some oracle cards and get other messages, but wow, this is like if you didn't get it the opportunity, you couldn't really wrap something up in December. If I feel like this first week here, you have an opportunity to really close out, really complete something. Some of you are also you've just finished traveling. I'm getting with this card too, and it's like you're getting into your rhythm of the year now. You know, a new rhythm, new routines. What else do we have? I'm hearing habitat for humanity, so that can have to do, you know, with building homes for people who need them, and just, you know, maybe I don't know if you have a connection to Habitat for Humanity in some way, or if you're focusing more on the world in general, in finding yourself feeling more connected and concerned even with the world in general. So yeah, that's also coming through. Let's see how do we, are there any things we need to release, any blocks? What do we need to surrender to this week, please? And we'll see how to stay high vibing. Surrender to divine timing. Okay. Divine timing. Now that could be Wheel of Fortune, and it can be Lover's card, kind of. So yeah, that makes sense. This is about sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. You know, again, maybe you wanted to finish something up and have it resolved 2025, so you didn't carry it into this year, but it doesn't really matter. Does it really matter just because it's a new calendar, right? It does not really. I mean, It's some things have to happen sometimes in their own timing. And I sit here saying that, behind my little tarot table, but really I'm a person too. And yeah, I've had to, I don't get to control divine timing, right? None of us do. So if a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Now, how do we stay high vibing? I also did a January reading for you. So, and you have a recent money reading too. So you got all kinds of readings out there. We have singing and toning. What do you know? How appropriate when I'm using the Melodic Moods Tarot. So singing is a great way to move energy and to elevate your vibe. Can't sing? Try toning. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Then pick a note, any note, and just start to sing or say it. Pitch doesn't matter. Just make a sound and move that energy. And if that doesn't make sense to you, just humming, it's okay to hum. You don't have to sing, hum, or move, get the movement in, right? Dancing. Okay. What else do we have? I'm going to go ahead and get some, if this is having to do with relationships. All right. Relationships. Libra. Hey, if you enjoy this reading while I'm shuffling, please do like the video, subscribe, hype the video, leave a lovely comment, become a member, all the things. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I'm booking a few weeks out now, but that you can find all that info at schoolhouseintuitive.com. And we have mind fog. Yeah. I think it feels like by the end of the week, though, you do get some clarity here. Or some of you are going to get it right at the beginning, but with the divinity, the sun, the clarity, the cards that you do have, things like justice, you have what else? Justice, chariot, lover's card. I feel like you definitely get some kind of clarity here. It's the timing, obviously, is going to vary it's going to vary, okay? So this is about, if you're feeling unsure, uncertain, illusions, just be mindful of a clouded perspective. That can sometimes be that moon card energy, okay? It can be that 7 of Cups, too, that is going to be a pattern for us in 2026. This is about a clouded perspective breeding confusion, distorting perception, and crafting an illusion of reality. Someone may be trying to convince you in a relationship, any kind of relationship, doesn't matter, romantic, bromantic, whatever. They might be trying to convince you of something is just not true. Like you might be seeing that, something is just not going to work. And they're like, oh no, we can make it work. Okay. And then you have children here, innocence, immaturity, childhood. So this is about when love involves children, situations become more complex, allowing time for things to fall into place. That's going to be necessary. Yeah. And what else do we have? Your truth is not their truth. Okay. I'm feeling that very much. Your truth is not their truth when it comes to a certain someone. And you're going to know who I'm talking about, I think. What else do we have? So third eye stuff's coming in right now. Third eye stuff. I'm going to have to use another deck for that in just a moment. Okay. But first we have inauspicious time. Okay. So this is about it's not the ideal moment to make a significant decision, investments, or starting new ventures. Okay. So fortune might not be in your favor right this week. Okay. It might not be. But, with a general reading, always take what resonates, leave the rest. Timing is going to vary, okay? People ask all the time, when is this happening? When it's right for you and your circumstances in your life. I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know exactly when something's happening. Remember months ago, I'm still learning about my own gifts, okay? Intuitive abilities. I think I'm going to be learning for a lifetime, and they also change over time, too. So I was hearing Caspian Sea months ago. I was hearing Caspian Sea. And only, a couple weeks ago was all the stuff in the news about the Caspian Sea, right? So when I said it, there was something that happened like right around that time, but that was minor. What I heard was actually, I think, referring to now, like what's going on now, the dispute in the Caspian Sea now. Okay, I know a lot of you don't want to, I don't talk about politics here. I don't try not to, but this is about, you know, even if you don't watch the news, generally we hear about it. And just all I'm saying is I'm using it to make a point that I can't necessarily tell you exactly about timing unless I'm literally given an exact date, which is so rare that I'd be given an exact date through my clairs. But so my point is sometimes I get stuff 3 years ahead of time, 6 months ahead of time, same week of, the day of, you know, it varies. So I'm still learning. So please have, you know, if you can understand and be patient with me on that. I'm still learning about timing, you know, myself. So yeah. So, and I'm not going to lie to you and pretend, oh, you know, I know exactly when. I don't. So, but it's interesting because people that have had personal readings too, especially, or if you go back from these readings, even if they're not personal readings, a lot of the stuff that seems so random, it does end up, there's something to it. Okay, I don't just get stuff for no reason. I just don't know. That's what the trick, though. It's almost like a joke that gets played on me. Is like, oh, but good luck guessing when, you know. So, and that's just, it just reminds me, and I hope it reminds you that you have to believe in your gifts more than anybody else. You're not here. I'm not here to convince anybody. I already know what I can do and what I can't do, right? And we all have our own abilities, and so just because, you know, something you're doing or I'm doing isn't living up to somebody else's expectations doesn't mean that you're less than or you're heading in the wrong direction. Okay, it's just, again, you have all the details. So that's what I'm saying there. All right. You have legal matters here. So yeah. Okay. Justice card. That makes sense. So there could be a situation in your professional life where legal matters come into play. Everything will work out in your favor as long as you've been truthful, honest, and fair with your dealings. Yeah. So a second Libra card here. She's carrying the scales. Yeah, I mean that's Libra energy for sure. And you had the Justice card come out. Now, when it says legal matters, and that could be why it's just not the best time to make a move in some way. Maybe you are waiting for something to be resolved. Maybe it involves children or something, or a relationship. But yeah, it's like things get sorted out in their own time. But just because it's legal matters doesn't mean it directly impacts you. All right, and it also doesn't mean that. It could just be the energy around some of you, or it could be, worldwide government or whatever, so it doesn't have to be something that is directly legally impacting you. Okay. Just keep that in mind. All right. What else? I don't want to scare anybody. Okay. I know people get scared and I don't blame you, but let's see what else we have. Okay. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky chair. All right. What else? Galactic angel messages for the lovely Libras. Okay. We have things are not how they appear. Yeah, okay. So yeah, your angels see things from a different perspective. It kind of underlines some of the things I was saying. And also it ties right into the illusion of reality. Something is not as it seems. Rest assured. With that sun card as your first card, regardless of if that bad moon is coming up, right? It doesn't matter. This is like things are they'll shake out. Okay, things will shake out how they're supposed to, right? But this card wants to come out. Okay, something's worth fixing here. Okay, so we're going to take it. It's coming out at me. This is about something not being beyond repair. So maybe this is it. Again, I remember I was getting the message like, oh, if you leave something or try something new, you can never go back. Well, maybe things aren't as they appear. Maybe something, could be fixed if you put it on pause or something. Okay, so this is about, something could take some effort, some adjustments, but you do have the necessary tools to overcome the challenge. I think your first tarot card in your 2026 reading was in fact the Magician. So it was one of the first tarot, if it might have been the first tarot card. Yeah. So there you go. They have all the tools on their table, right? It's about knowing how and when, to use those tools. And also, again, really believing in your skills and in your gifts and abilities, regardless of what's going on around you. It doesn't matter if other people believe it. You have to believe it. You have to know it. You have to want it. You have to be able to see that path ahead of you. Right? You have to be able to see clearly there. All right. But the amount of songs I'm getting in my head now, I feel like every line I say feels like a lyric at this point. And I'm trying really hard not to have it be that way. All right. 4. Divine intervention. The universe has heard your request. And now we're going to get animal card. Okay. And if you're a member of the channel, you'll get a bonus reading tomorrow morning. It's an extension of this reading. I'm probably going to dig into what are some things that are being cleared this week, or where is this clarity? I want to know more about that clarity, I think. So that's probably what it'll focus on. All right, Libra. Oh, yes. Okay. Dragonfly, card 49, Cosmic Destination. This is Soul Star Chakra. So expand your thinking, dream beyond what you believe is realistic. Yes. A higher path is waiting to unfold for you. Let your soul guide you. That's what I have for you, friends. Thanks so much for being here. Wishing you a fabulous week.